What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Anthony's Rants. It's a new series. We're going to add it to our channel just because I think sometimes in this new idea that I want to continue to bring transparency to you guys and what we do. You know, there are certain things in the industry, just like other industries, that drive you nuts. And one of the things that I thought about, so we're going to have a video up probably in the next day or two. Mel's already posted a little bit about it, but we spent some time with Greg Medford over at Medford Knives. But I have loved ever since the age of 13 pocket knives. There's a utilitarian function, just kind of like watches. It's one of those accessories that I get, I love, I'm passionate about, and a lot of guys are. And I think there's a great crossover between guys who love cigars, guys who love kick-ass knives. One of the coolest things was working with an Arizona guy, an Arizona manufacturer, who's local, who showed us and took the time to show us his operations, and we got to see behind the curtain, so to speak, of what he does. And one of the discussions he had in that video was this whole idea that in the knife world there's kind of three different divisions, right? There's manufacturing by automation or machine, there's manufacturing by largely machine with a couple little finishes by hand, and then there is hand finishing an item or hand making an item. And so usually that middle category of kind of mostly by machine, a little bit by hand, typically is called mid-tech. And one of the things that Greg ranted on was that at one point his company was called mid-tech, and that just fried him. And when you see his operation, you get why. He uses elements of technology, you know, CAD, CNC, these other high-tech machines to manufacture certain elements or parts. But everything about every step of that knife process is hand finished, hand done. Much of that operation is by hand, especially when you get into the grinding room. That was one that really stuck out. I mean, he called it the black arts room because there is an art to feeling how you're going to create these bevels on the knife. There's a consistency in all these pieces. But to just kind of say that his operation is machine done and then a couple hand steps really is a slap in the face of what Medford Knives is all about. And I was thinking about too, kind of in our industry, we have some of the same, right? Like there are guys out there who are great promotional guys. They'll tell you that they created the cigar from this, that element, you know, they hand-picked all these tobaccos, and a lot of it, honestly, is just complete bullshit. There are guys, honestly, who go down and do that stuff and make fantastic cigars, but there's also a bunch of guys, and this is where my rant's coming into play, that just torque me when they say, oh, we've been really playing with this blend for you, going out of our way to make it for you guys, we think you're going to love it, we did a lot of work on it. No, you didn't do any work on it. You went, and in a lot of cases you didn't even go, you just called up your rep, you asked for some unbundled or naked sticks, and you put a band on them, or in some cases not even a band, you put a sticker on the package with some cool graphics and are passing it off as your shop exclusive or your, you know, specialty stick. Cool. I'm glad that you're a marketing guy and you're doing that. And let's be genuine and own that. You know, Ford on Fifth, we like to do marketing stuff as well. And for instance, there's these guys. The great thing about these guys, this is a barber pole cigar. Medium body, a lot of good flavor. It's what is considered a house program for a lot of shops. It's from Esteban Carreras, and there's no blending that I did on this cigar. There's no blending that anybody did on this cigar. So if you see a barber pole like this coming in a naked, you know, bundle or a package that has somebody else's sticker on it, and they're telling you that they put a lot of hand love and craft into it, I call crap on that, because all they did is called up their Esteban rep and asked for the house project sticks, and they have them. So here's kind of my rant element also with, you know, the sunny side of it, right? On one hand, I think it's disingenuous to say that you went out there and handcrafted and made these yourself, pick the tobaccos and all that. That's bullcrap. But on the other hand, I think it's perfectly acceptable to put some cool marketing on it and put some packaging on it and say, you know, this is one that we got from a company, and, you know, it's really good flavor. I think you're going to dig it, because there are a lot of great cigars out there from companies like Esteban and other companies that do these projects as well, where you're just picking the sticks. And, you know, so far it's just been in our system as the, you know, F5 barber pole. I think we're going to actually call this one, just to kind of add to this video and add some marketing pizzazz and show you how easy it is. We're going to call it the F5 Twister. You know, play on the little, you know, tornado, hurricane element a bit. So we're going to start putting stickers on our bundles. They call it the F5 Twister, and make it super special. See what I did there? Put a sticker on it, and all of a sudden it's a shop exclusive, super fancy. But in reality, it's not. The thing that bothers me is there are some guys who pour sweat, tears, blood, and tons of resources into going down to these countries and making you guys some of the best stuff out on the market. Their stuff is legitimate, handmade items that they can claim. And, you know, I hate demeaning their work when there's a bunch of other guys out there who are just trying to make a quick buck and passing it off like they did some sort of great labor. And I've got mad respect for guys like James and like Skip over at Roma and Mike Rosales, guys who went down and not only went down and like worked at a factory, started their own factory, sourced their own tobacco, created their own elements, and did all this. And so those are the guys that, you know, like Greg Medford in the knife world, those are the guys that I want to point out and say, these guys kick ass and did some great things to bring a great product to the market. And those guys should be honored as creators. Now, if you put a silly band on a cigar and you got a lot of flash and pizzazz and you're selling samplers, you know, on your website or through your store, you know, kudos to you. But once again, be genuine about the fact that some other guys did some serious work and all you did was put a sticker on it. And that's kind of my rant. I just think people should have credit where credit's due, and other people shouldn't try to take credit or demean or cheapen something when they didn't do the legwork for it. Just thinking about it, you know, let me know down in the comments below what you think. If you disagree or if you agree, the sun's starting to set, losing daylight. So I'm going to let you guys go here. But just remember that if you see somebody slap a cool logo on something, think twice about whether or not it was them that actually made it, or there was a really hard-working entity behind it that's not getting the credit. Because those are the guys that toiled and created a kick-ass product that you're enjoying. Another thing that drives me nuts is don't have the audacity to sit there and, you know, when you're talking about another manufacturer who actually did the work, sourced the tobacco and all that, say, dude, I've got 6 blends out. How do you only have 3 or 4 out? Because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. They, A, are adherent to the FDA, B, sourced materials, sat on the materials, manufactured and checked out the facilities, and have gone through all efforts of sourcing the boxes, the bands, and all those other things, while you sat there and put a sticker on a 5-pack that you got from Esteban Carreras or some other outfit. So if you're doing that type of shenanigans, stop it. It's bad. It's dumb. And there are people out there who do this that, you know, obviously, you know, I don't care what they think. There's other people I do care what they think, and I like them as people, but don't do stupid shit like that, because that's the stupid. Rant ended.